You are listening to episode 99 of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Welcome to the Peaceful Mind Podcast, a place for creating the peace of mind you need to be the best mom you are created by God to be. If you want to bring more balance, more joy, and more peace to your motherhood, this is the place for you. I'm your host, certified life coach and Catholic mom, Danielle Tino. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let's get started. Hello, my sweet mamas. Thanks so much for being here today. Let's get some peace of mind. Let's continue on looking at how we can better balance it all. And so achieving balance comes in 5 ways. And we've been diving deeper into each of those components that make up the 5 pieces of my program. And this week we are going to be talking about designing your future. Because if you are elevating yourself and maximizing your role as mom and creating more time, it's also time to look ahead, because your future will become your present soon enough. And I want you to learn how to be the designer, the creator of it. We could take a backseat and just let life unfold and new circumstances arise and see what reactions that we have to them then. Or we could take control over what we do have control over in regards to moving towards the future we want. And that is what we're thinking and feeling and doing in our daily life. And today, I want you to put your brain into your future. And we do this in order to then have a roadmap, more clarity, a deeper understanding, a reason, a driving force reason why behind what it is we want our future to look like. And we want to get specific. And the reason is because you will then be experiencing that before you know it, soon enough. Like right now, my husband has taken my son to go get his driver's permit. And between this day and my other children graduating from high school a month ago, I just have spent a lot of time thinking about, how did I get here? How did I get here so fast? Right? When so many of my memories lately have been about when they were all small. And before you know it, then my driver will be graduating and going off to college as well. And so now is the time for me to design what that future will look like so that I can get started and plant the seeds and make a little bit of progress and know where I'm headed for that time, instead of just waiting to see, which it is an option. And there are some things that we do want to be relaxed about and not have all planned out. But I am talking to those of you today who haven't even given a thought of your goals, haven't asked yourself what it is that you want. And if you find that that is something, the category you fall into, then I want today to be able to be that kind of jump start to get your brain in a curiosity mode and kind of flowing in the direction of getting more clear on what it is you truly want and setting some goals so that we can deliberately and on purpose design your future. I love using the word design because I'm not naturally gifted at like home design or anything like that. But man, do I really appreciate those who do. And of course, I love looking at pictures of great design. And so I want to give that sort of excitement about renovating a room or a home or starting over with a clean slate, and then get excited about its possibilities and kind of get clear on what direction I want to move it to. So for you today, I want you to begin by hearing this analogy. I give it to my clients in my group program and my one-on-one coaching all the time, because in my program, this is definitely where we spend a lot of time, is getting clear on your goals and then getting out of our own ways to make progress toward achieving them. And your brain will fight you every step of the way, which is why having a coach helps you so much to get that faster, more clearly laid out path. And then you have the accountability and support along the whole way. I want you to think about your GPS system, whether it's one you have in your car or just right there on an app on your phone. What are the two elements you need to put in to the system in order for it to tell you how you can get to your destination? The two elements are your current location and the specific address that you want to get there. I want you to see that it's necessary for you, in order to create the future that looks like and feels like, and the things in it are what you want, you need to actually decide ahead of time what it is that you want specifically. If we just put go across town, if we just put, downtown in our app, it won't get us to, it'll get us to a general area. So we will have to put in the specific address, like 123 Main Street, in order to get to that you are here destination. And so that's why I want you to get specific about what your future will look like. Where do you live? How many kids do you have? What kind of school do they go to? How much do you weigh? How do you dress? What vacations are you going on? How much money do you have? What car do you drive? Where do you work? What's your career path? Oftentimes I tell my client to get out a pen and paper and write down my ideal future and what it is that I want that I don't have right now, and just set goals. What are 25 things? And a lot of times they first hear 25 and be like, I don't know. I haven't really asked myself. And I'm like, yes, that's the point. And then maybe they say, well, I can probably pick 5 or 10 things. And I say, great, do that. And then keep asking your brain, what else do I want? What else do I want? What else sounds fun? What would, if I could wave a magic wand and have this or go here, what would that look like? And just have fun with it, getting your brain to figure out what are your current goals. Another analogy is just thinking about how if you have a map and you know where you are, but you don't pick where you're going, you will just stay where you are, or you will move around haphazardly in different directions. Or if, let's say, you have a map and you have a star of where you want to end up, and you don't know how to get there if you don't first know where the star of where you're standing, the you are here star. You need both of those coordinates. So I want you to dream and set goals. I want you to design a future. But then we also have to know the facts of where you are right now. And with these two vital pieces of information, now you can take steps towards going after your goals. So take step 1 for designing your future to be figuring out what you want. Once you have that list, the second step is to overcome what obstacles you will face and get some strategies in place. Now, you could do this on each one on your list. Or you could just have made the list and now you know what it is that you want for your future. But in order to make the progress towards getting and attaining each one of those things, we want to prioritize and pick what it is in my current life and my stage of motherhood and what I've got all going on. What out of this dream list do I just want to focus my mind on? Maybe pick 5, probably say 3 would even be better. And then you take those 3 and you just guess what is your brain telling you is what's keeping you from getting there right now. What are all the obstacles? If it's like, let's say, a trip to Europe, then maybe your brain is telling you that you don't know if you can get time off work or if your passport is up to date. And then we want to strategize and say, okay, what can I do to look into getting some answers about if I can take work off or how long it would take to get a new passport, etc. The point of the example is to just show you that once you've determined your goals and you have this nice list and then you've prioritized and just broken down to focus on a few, that it is important to figure out what the obstacles are, because this is what your brain has been telling you and having you it's been holding you back from even making any progress on it up to this point. So we want to override it and just take a guess of those obstacles so that you can then deliberately plan with the side of your brain that's used to decide things ahead of time and really have it go working for you in a way that excites you and compels you and drives you and commits you to taking action towards these goals so you see progress towards these goals. And then the last part is when you are on your way, in the midst of the journey, you'll be seeing yourself make these achievements. You'll be creating results, and you'll feel powerful when you at firsthand see that this future that you set out to have is now happening. You're living it. And then once you've arrived there, or even if you just see progress and you're not there yet, but you're on your way, but you see small wins, this is when I want you to know that it's available for you to celebrate along the way, for you to see those little wins and say, I'm doing it. I decided on something. I got clear that I've taken action. Even if it's doesn't feel like a win, even though you've got maybe mistakes or you're not making as much progress or you've tried things but they didn't work out, we still want to evaluate and learn from that and even celebrate you for the action that you're taking to even move towards your goals. Because a lot of times we'll try out some things and it won't work, and that is okay. I still want you to celebrate those. We want to then maybe evaluate as well, if it's not working like you had planned it, then what do you need to tweak or change? There's just this beautiful nuance when you go after your goals to be evaluating and celebrating along the way. This, my friends, will help you design and then achieve this future that you want. Have the peace of mind that you're on your way. So figure out what you want. Overcome the obstacles and give yourself strategies. Evaluate along the way and then celebrate. To get out of the storm of busyness and step into the calm of balanced, you'll want to spend some time designing what that will look like for you. And if you would want some help along the way to get clear, to have where you are now and where you're headed be something that you have total consciousness over, and then when the obstacles of your brain that tries to hold you back come up, as your coach, I can offer you strategies, and then we will evaluate how it goes, and we will celebrate together along the way until you have reached your dream future. If that interests you, then please sign up for a free peace strategy call and bring one part of what you are unsure or unclear on about your future, and we will get that rolling. And I would also love that after you do the exercise of writing out the 25 things that you want to achieve as you design your future, then go ahead and go over to Instagram, and you can find me at Danielle Tienel Coaching, or Facebook as well, same thing, at Danielle Tienel Coaching, and you will find this post about today's podcast and tell me some of those things. I would love to hear about this future of yours. And I will talk to you again next week on the 100th episode of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Are you ready to take everything I teach you here and put it to work for your own life? To really learn how to have peace of mind no matter what is happening around you? If so, I'd love to have you as a client. As your coach, this is where you'll get personal and focused time on your own mind, using life coaching tools, concepts, and proven life-transforming wisdom, all through a faith-filled lens. To learn more about how we can work together, come on over to DanielleTienel.com. There, you'll see how to sign up for a free coaching consult and learn how to get started. Until next time, peace be with you always.